go to Cafe Rio.
Yeah.
I recognize the tortilla girl, and now they put her on the front line.
Okay.
Okay.
Because you go there often.
Right. Well, we go there once a week, you know. It's good food.
Yeah, I like it.
So what happens? My mother places her order. Bessie orders the 2 tacos, and then Bessie goes over the acrylic, you know, the acrylic what they have there, and she points to the girl and she says, "Can I please have some of that yellow spicy cheese?" And the girl turns around and says, "You can't put your hand over the acrylic."
Oh, yeah. That
Bessie
thing
didn't
over
hear
there.
her.
Yeah.
Bessie goes, "What?" She says, "You can't put your hand over the acrylic." And I looked at, and Bessie still didn't hear. And I said, "You can't put your hand over the acrylic." And she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." So Bessie gets her thing. My number one, I was already starting to boil because she was taking a long time. I mean, we stood there for 30 minutes.
The girl that was
The
doing
girl,
it.
the tortilla girl. They should put her right back into the tortilla
Is
stage.
she kind of heavy?
Yeah, she's heavy.
Yeah.
Okay. One time we were there,
I know.
and there was a few people, and she was going, you can't stand too close together." And I'm looking at her, and I says, "Where do you want us to stand? I mean, it's small here."
You guys know each other.
No, we don't know each other. She's a bitch.
No, I mean, you and Bessie know each other.
Okay. Right. All right. And there was other people. So what happens? Comes my turn, and I says, I'll have the tostada, but I'm sorry, I can't have the tortilla. I says, but they always give me the flour tortilla. She says, "Well, that's extra." I says, "Okay, no worries." So
But
then
she says it in a very snotty mood.
did you notice?
No, I can tell by what
Okay.
you said.
So what does she say? She says, "That's going to cost you extra." I says, "Okay, so what?" So then she puts the rice, and she takes like a little scoop of rice, and then she does this number to the plate. And I look at her, I says, "Are you for real?" And she looks at me, and she puts a little bit more rice. Well, she says, "Pinto beans or black beans?" I says, "Black beans." She takes a scoop of the black beans and puts it on the rice. I go, "Perfect." She says, "What kind of meat would you like?" I said, "Sweet and sour pork." So she takes, those little,
Thongs?
whatever it is,
Thongs?
and she puts a little bit. And I looked at her, and I says, "Are you for real?" I says, "Can you please put some more?" She says, "It's going to cost you extra." I says, "Let me tell you something. I'm sick and tired of you people always shortchanging everybody on portions."
Yeah.
I says, no way. I don't spend dollars to eat pennies." Okay? So then she said something snotty. And I go, "What did you say?" And then here comes these 3 millennials. "You can't talk to our employees that way." And I look at the guy and I said to him, "This fucking conversation isn't with you. So why don't you just shut the fuck up?" Okay?
Yeah.
You can't say
I
those
didn't
words on
quiet. What happens? I don't know where this fat manager came out of,
Yeah.
this walrus.
Yeah.
She
back
was
there in the
just
office.
standing there. She goes, "Sir, you're going to have to leave." And then I says, "I'm sick and tired of coming to this place, and you guys are always shortchanging everybody on portions.
Yeah.
Is that a corporate rule or something? Are you guys cutting back? I mean, my God.
Usually
This isn't Taco Bell."
I think they're
So what
usually-
happens?
I think they're usually generous. Maybe the girl was just pissed off.
The
at you.
girl is a bitch. And then I said to the manager, you should throw her back onto the tortilla station, okay, to make the tortillas.
Okay.
What happens? She says, "Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to leave." I says, "What about our food?" She goes, "No." I said, "Okay." My mother got her food for free because the elderly black lady says, "Go. So go." So then these kids kept talking, and I said to these kids, "If you guys are thinking you're so tough, why don't we step out to the parking lot?"
To the millennials.
okay, to the millennials.
Okay.
And they just looked at me. I says, you better shut the fuck up. You don't know who you're fucking with. What happens? So we're leaving, and I says to the manager, I says, I want your name. She says, well, I'm the supervisor for this store and Bakersfield. And I says, I could care less, Miss Piggy. I says, give me your name and give me the corporate number. She says, I don't have the corporate number. I says, that's fine. I'll look it up. I grabbed the paper, and as I was walking out, and then this other lady says, you better leave, sir. There was these two fat walruses with their grandkids sitting on a table. Sir, you better leave. Why don't you leave? And I looked at him and I says, why don't you mind your own fucking business and shut the fuck up, you walruses? I says, mind your own fucking business, you radical left. And then,
That's so mean.
Hey,
And then
I
I
left. I left.
yeah, but you're not radical,
Okay.
okay? So that's what happened. I got kicked out. I called corporate. I
Oh, you
explained
did?
everything.
You went
Yes, I
down
did.
and
I
called
went,
him?
no. I almost got to the CEO of corporate.
Huh.
I was just short of one person to him.
Okay.
Okay, and they said, yes, we've had several complaints about portions, and I gave the African American lady, the black lady, a good recommendation, and I says the only thing that flared me up even more, and I apologize because I had a long day, with other things, issues.
Yeah, yeah.
I said, she says, well, I appreciate your apology, and I know that you didn't mean to blow up. I says, ma'am, I've been in there at least once or twice a week. And I said, I am sick and tired of these millennials just shortchanging us on portions. I said, every time I go in there, I have to tell them. There was another kid that was shortchanging me on portions, and I looked at him, and he looked at me, and then my wife said to him, he says, you better give him a little bit more, because and there was another one that I went in there, and the same thing. I looked at the guy, I says, hey kid, are you for real? Come on, man. And that was it,
I kind of noticed that they were a little bit like that. But, for me, I don't really eat that much, so I was fine.
I just
Listen.
really think that that's one of the problems with the world is people like you that blow up at poor kids working at Cafe Rio. I mean, give them a break, Carlos. Give them a break. I can't believe that you do stuff
something,
like
Mark?
that
I
to
love
people
you.
all the
I
time.
love it, but if you would have been one of those kids, I would have climbed over the counter.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
I would have said, put the picture of this guy on the wall and
I-
don't let him back in my store. Can't he be civil?
I myself.
We're making like $6 an hour and we have to listen to this guy complaining about not getting enough rice? Come
If
on!
you're making $6 an hour, that's your problem. Okay?
But-
There's
but
better
why-
jobs than $6 an hour, okay?
Can't you just say, hey, I wish I had more and not get all irate?
Hey,
And then
And
all they would
especially-
say, it's extra.
Especially, I
Everything
mean,
is
from somebody-
extra.
from somebody
Everything
that-
is extra.
From
That's
somebody-
Extra this.
That's
You want
why
extra?
they-
Here's your extra right here,
what?
pal.
I mean, for
That's
somebody that's
why
had
they
problems
don't
with
serve
weight
you
issues in the
because they want to
past,
get more money from the people.
for somebody that's had problems with the weight issues in
Listen,
the past,
it's a
aren't you
gimmick.
sensitive to people? Why do you call them walruses? I mean, that is not okay.
Whatever. They should
Well,
have
it's
minded their
not
own
nice.
business. They should have minded
Mark.
their own business.
But why call somebody a walrus? I mean, why not be nice to people?
You know,
Why
next time I go in there, I'm gonna take some sardines so I could throw it at them.
Oh,
Okay. They go, "Arr, arr, arr, arr."
that's so mean, though.
Yeah, but if they ate sardines.
It's every time
I
you
know,
go
but-
in there.
But why
Yeah.
criticize
But you know
people
what?
for their weight?
It's-
That's those people weren't even working there.
Carlos,
Doesn't matter. They can mind their own business.
Yeah,
Carlos.
but you were upsetting them because you're yelling and screaming at these poor kids.
I just want to hear the story, not lecture. Mark. Carlos. They do. Have you figured out that they're doing it on purpose?
No, they're
Listen,
trying to do their
Look at-
job.
Whoa. Time
They're
out.
trying to do
Time
their
out.
job.
Wait.
Time out.
They're trying to do
Listen,
their
I
job.
went to Taco Bell one night. I ordered 3 tacos, a nacho brown grande with extra cheese for Bessie, and a crunchy wrap.
Yeah.
Okay? I said, let me look at these tacos. I look at the taco, and it looked like they got the meat, and they went like this.
Oh, sprinkle. Yeah.
I got off the car, I parked my car, I got off the car, and I went and knocked on the door, and I said, can you get the manager here? I walked the manager to the drive-through sign, and I says, look at this taco. I want my taco to look like that. I says, what is this, a management thing? Cut back on food cost? I says, and I'm paying $3 for a taco?
Yeah. That's
I says,
right.
you know what? I want it to look like this. What do? They bang on the lettuce, they bang on the cheese. And cheese is more expensive.
You couldn't pay me enough to work at Taco Bell and have somebody come and yell at me for not giving them enough hamburger meat.
I didn't yell at him.
But
I says, look at, I says, what is this? I says, come here, let's go to the sign. I want my taco to look like that one. And then on top of that, they screw it up. Mild sauce or hot sauce, sir? Mild. And look what you guys give me, hot sauce.
Oh my gosh.
I says, what do you got, a bunch of monkeys working in there that don't listen?
I would have given you extra hot.
Jesus, Manny
man.
Moe
After-
and Jack would have been better.
When you start complaining, I'll give you extra hot.
Hey, you know what? I think Cafe Rio, right? Cafe Rio, that's what they're called.
Yeah.
They do that on purpose because they know that if people want more, they have to pay for it.
Not only that, I mean, Bessie orders the tacos, and
Why don't you just order 2 and
they
put them
don't-
together?
I'm sorry, we are out of the steak, and you look over, and they're cooking the steak.
Yeah,
know,
so
like,
they
what the
didn't
hell?
even tell you it'll be ready in
And
half an hour.
They don't.
I
mean,
just think you need to calm down on all this
You know,
stuff.
I'm gonna
I'm
go
calm
there-
down. Hey, listen.
go
Why
there
would I
tomorrow.
come on a Thursday? What is it? Then you got a washer that's coming, and then they tell you that all it has is a dent, and you don't get the washer, not even a phone call. They give you some stupid number. What number did they call? Da 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 da. What happens? Where did they get that number from? That number doesn't even exist.
But why are you so upset at everybody?
Because I'm sick and tired of dealing with stupid people. Stupid people.
Well, you're living on the wrong planet.
The thing is,
I think the people running around are in the wrong planet.
you know, it takes a few people to complain for them to change. Maybe.
Yeah, complaining is one thing, but yelling at them and threatening
No,
to beat
wait.
them up,
I don't
that's
know.
another thing.
Wait. Time out. Don't push the person's button to get you to.
Like
to
I'm
start
doing right
yelling.
now? Like I'm doing right now?
Let me tell you. Don't.
Hey, you know, I really think to work at a place like that, and you're a kid or you're an adult, and you're working all day long, and people are coming in and saying, hey, give me more rice, give me more beans. I mean, God,
Why not?
how do you, I mean, it's like you're going, hey, I'm just working here. I'm giving you rice and beans, mister.
It's not.
Why are you complaining to me?
It's not. And the
Mark,
thing is,
I
it's
love you,
not.
but you're all fucked up.
Carlos.
I would never be. I'd be
And-
saying,
and
hey,
the people-
if I want more, I'll pay for extra.
And the
I got to pay extra? Fine. I'll give you an extra $1.
Or go there. How many times do you go to Cafe Rio?
I've gone once a month.
Okay. How
I've
many
gone
times have you gone?
Twice in my life.
Okay. Well, you haven't had the experience I've had.
Okay, so but I did notice that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking, and they don't even. They're not going to the store and buying it themselves. The corporation's buying it. So it's not.
Okay.
It's not on them to put more meat or more rice or more beans. It's not coming out of their pocket. It's coming out of.
Their managers are telling
They're
them
trying
how much
take
to
it out of
give.
your pocket.
No, their managers are
Listen,
telling them what
like
to
I
give.
said, I will not spend dollars to eat pennies.
Yeah.
And when you go there with
Then
3
don't
people,
go there. Then
excuse
don't
me,
go there.
When you go there, it's a $45 bill.
Practically. Yeah.
I told my mother, and I told Bessie, I says, you know, this place may be great, but we could go to that Mexican restaurant down the street and for $45 really have a good meal.
Why don't you do that?
A steak.
Because my
even.
mother, you know, she doesn't like sitting down at a restaurant and all this other stuff.
I mean, they probably kick you out too after you complained about
Why
their
doesn't she like sitting
their
at a
salsa's too
restaurant?
hot
My
or
mother's
something.
picky with all of her food. Bessie is,
But your
picky.
mother doesn't even eat meat.
well, she could have
What does she have, a rice?
enchilada, no?
A
Ciabatta.
cheese enchilada?
Yeah,
Ciabatta.
she can.
But what does she have at Cafe Rio? That is a vegetarian?
Oh, she has the rice, the beans, the pico de gallo,
Uh-huh.
and they wrap it up in a burrito.
Yeah, so she likes the place. So
Where are you going?
I'm glad she didn't get kicked out.
No, she got her food for free.
Okay, so the moral of this story is what?
Don't jip me on my portions.
Okay.
I don't spend dollars to eat pennies.
Okay. I
Thank
think,
you.
and my opinion is don't yell at kids.
Say Cafe Rio sucks.
Cafe Rio is a good,
I'm sorry
is a
you
good
got kicked
restaurant,
out.
but they have millennials and managers that are nothing but a bunch of retards.
Now that's not a nice term to use either, you know.
What the hell?
It's not
You
political.
know, next time I'll just go up to
It's
the
not,
door and
it's
lift my
not
leg.
that.
Come on.
I mean, people that have a problem, they don't like to be called that name.
What name?
What you said.
Retards? They're
Yeah.
retards.
That's not nice.
Listen, I can't wait. Why don't we go out and interview a couple of these millennials and ask them who was the first president of the United States? What does the Constitution stand for?
That doesn't.
And where's Pearl Harbor? They'll probably tell you Pearl Harbor's in Japan. Come on, man. Are you serious?
Isn't it in Palm Beach?
Or Miami, Florida, or Long Beach. It's in Hawaii, you fool.
Where's Pearl Harbor?
They asked a bunch of kids, where's Pearl Harbor?
Where
And
is
they
it?
said,
It's in
Europe?
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
they said
Isn't
Europe.
it Palm Beach, Florida?
And one guy said Afghanistan, and I went like, man, these artsy fartsies are retards.
Hey, why don't you ask them where is Uranus? The next one after
Up
Pluto.
yours, right? That's what I told him.
The next one after
Anyway,
Pluto.
that's
Yeah.
Thursday was a very, very aggravating day, but I